Well, it's 1 o'clock and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. Open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream-making. The feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work, play, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you today, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Welcome on a beautiful Monday morning to
Afternoon.
the Sound of Music.
There's no music here, by the way. Have you noticed it's very quiet?
Well, I don't know why. I have
There's no
music on the
playing.
board.
Well, there's no music playing in the
there's
studio.
music on the board.
Nothing going on.
There's music everywhere.
There you go.
I hear it in my head. Welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco, New York, Atlanta, Chicago. Is it nice and hot up north?
I don't know, but it's nice and hot down here.
No, it's nice and crispy down here. Come on down, get
Put some
sun.
bacon on your car.
Bacon
Fry
on your car?
egg. Bacon and eggs on your car,
Dawn
baby.
is cooking again. Bacon on the car. I just want to congratulate the interns that we have here today. You guys did a fantastic job. And everybody's talking about the commercials at, what's that pizza place?
Spolavecchia.
And what's that other place?
Luna Rosa.
Luna
I haven't
Rosa.
seen that one yet.
I don't know why.
I have not seen it. Where is it?
It's there. It's on Facebook.
I have not seen it.
And we have special guests. We have Sarah Spiritual in the house. I shouldn't have said that because everybody's going to end up calling. You want to call, you call Wednesday night, and she will be happy to help you because Sarah brought a friend that we're going to be talking to, just to let the people know. See, wherever you go, I got to be careful what I say because then the phones start to ring and it gets craziness. You know how that goes, right?
How you doing?
So how was your weekend?
My weekend was, I dog sat. I love my daughter and I
You
love
sat
her
on your
puppy,
dog?
but I'm very happy that my daughter is home taking care of her own puppy.
You sat on your. I saw your daughter went to see Hamilton.
My daughter went to Chicago.
And yeah, in Chicago, she went all the way there to see Hamilton, and then she went to the School of Art or the Art Museum.
Art
or something.
Institute.
That was unbelievable.
She went to see Hamilton. She said a tenth of the price in Manhattan and the same cast.
I think
She flew to Chicago to see Hamilton instead of having to go to Manhattan.
I think we should all fly to Chicago.
She said it
And
was
see Hamilton,
incredible.
right? What do you think?
But we dog sat. You know what it's like to have a new puppy?
Dog
Don't
sat.
do it. Don't
First of
get
all,
a puppy.
I've known you, 2.5 years. This dog ain't new no more. This dog is already old.
8 months.
Is that all it is?
8 months. Cutest little dog during the day. At night, not so much. She doesn't sleep.
Well, listen, I also want to congratulate the Amp Square TV Chargers football team. Yesterday we lost by 1 point, dropped the 60-yard bomb in the end zone. Guy was wide open and he dropped it. But that's okay. We're 0-2, but we're going to come back strong. Croatia lost. I lost my bet. And
Wait, hold that thought. Do you guys remember last week I told you whatever Freddy bets on, we go the other way?
when Freddy went...
Freddy said Croatia,
Whoa.
you always know you take the other
Time
side.
out. Croatia made it to the finals. They weren't even handpicked to make anything.
Did they win?
They lost.
Did you have money on Croatia?
Absolutely.
As I said, always go the other side.
But I was in the game. What team did you root for?
I didn't.
It wasn't France.
I
I
didn't
know.
root.
You don't even know what a France was.
I do. I watched the Tour de France over the weekend, by the
So
way.
you were rooting for France? You're going to say you won?
I wasn't rooting
I
for
didn't
anything,
think so.
but I did watch the Tour de France.
But did you see how the president, prime minister, whatever she is of Croatia acted? Female prime minister, a woman?
No?
It was pouring rain in the ceremonies, and she told them keep the umbrellas away. And she congratulated her players. She congratulated France. It was the most touching thing I've ever seen in sports. And it was a woman that did it. A woman that did it. Of all the things in the world, a world leader said to the world, you know what? Stop the nonsense. And she hugged every player. They were crying. It was the most saddest thing I've ever seen. But France, you deserve to win. Congratulations.
Did you watch it?
Of course.
I heard all the bars were crazy. Beer Garden in East Boca, I heard, was wall-to-wall, packed, floor to ceiling. Craziness.
42.
Floor to ceiling. Do you like that?
Floor to
Not
ceiling.
floor to ceiling.
There were people
floor
on
to
top
ceiling.
of each other's shoulders.
Floor to ceiling.
They were holding on top of others.
Like in the Haunted Mansion, floor to
That's
ceiling.
why my back hurts, because
Happy
I have 4
Monday.
people on my shoulder.
You got more than 4 people on your shoulders
Boy,
today.
it's gotta be Monday. All right.
You got a tribe on your shoulders.
So congratulations to France. All
But I
right.
need to ask movies a question. I went out with Pam Polani and Karen Turk on Saturday night, and like I always say, if you go home with glitter,
That's
you've
a
either been
cruise.
with me or Pam Polani during the day. She liked that, by the way.
That's a crew.
Oh, you have
that's a
no
crew.
idea what that crew was like. Oh, what? We closed the place down. We were still in the parking lot when the
Where'd
owner
you go,
left.
Don? Where'd you go?
We went to a restaurant that you referred me to.
Oh, really?
Novella.
Oh.
Marco was very gracious. At first, we got there, and I heard Karen Turk through the parking lot. And they said, should we sit outside? I said, no, it's too hot. So we went inside. Our table of 4 grew to a table of 8 in about 30 seconds.
8 people went?
8 people. I think we cleared out the restaurant. It was so
8
loud.
people?
8 people. That's
At
not so
that
many.
restaurant?
Yeah.
No, that's pretty good.
I thought it was pretty
I don't
good.
even know 8 people.
I did. I knew 7 of the 8 actually for dinner.
Did you?
I did.
There was one person just
There's
sitting
one I
there?
didn't know, but I met her.
Unbelievable.
You know what happens is they found out Pam and I were having dinner, and they go, can we come? Can we come? And they came, and next thing I knew, they were all there.
Novella, right?
Novella and Marco. The food was absolutely delicious. They make a great espresso vodka martini, just saying.
Did you have the fish in the shell thing?
Pam did.
Did you see that?
Pam did.
You ever been there?
Ronzini encrusted with salt.
Yes,
Right?
and it's a
Then
salt
they
cave.
just crack it.
Yeah, they crack it for you, and they serve you.
They crack it. But the food was so delicious, and the restaurant can accommodate luncheons. They can do parties. It's a big place. I'd never been there before.
Yes, it's a very nice
So
place.
thank you
I
for
went-
that
I
recommendation.
went there for my daughter Sarah's birthday. She says, don't tell nobody.
We didn't tell anybody, everybody, but go check it out. It's on Federal Highway, just north of Clintmore.
It's a very nice, very nice, very nice.
But I heard from Pam and this whole group that the Mr. Rogers movie is phenomenal. And Giovanni tells me it's been out for a while. I didn't even know.
It's a Mr. Rogers movie.
There's a Mr.
Really?
Rogers movie,
You seen it?
and I heard it takes him back, why he does everything he does and why he is so passionate about helping others. And all his stories is because he was bullied throughout his lifetime, and all the toys and
Right.
the things that he had on his shows because he was home a lot by himself, and he had to make up imaginary friends.
There's a lot of controversy with Mr. Rogers. He was the first that cross racial lines on his show and the way he did it. They talked about a lot of that stuff. But I've known this for years, but I didn't know there was a movie.
There's a movie on it. It really talked about that everyone is
seen
special
it?
from the inside out, and you shouldn't be
it?
anyone but yourself, and that everyone cries. So if they cry,
I don't wanna go
I'm
cry.
taking a box of tissues because it'll be bad. I'm
Giovanni,
just saying.
you saw it? How was it?
It was great.
You like it?
It's one of my favorite movies this
One of his favorite movies. Thumbs up. Carrie, have you seen it?
Really?
She says
No, I haven't seen
she
it.
hasn't seen it.
Have you seen
He
it?
liked it.
No, I haven't.
I didn't even know there was
I think
a
we should
movie.
go on a field trip.
Now?
Well, one day this week to go see Mr. I think it's playing at the Living Room still in Boca, at FAU.
No, I don't like going to FAU.
I've never been there.
I don't want to go.
It's not, okay, we'll find another place.
Gotta find a good
We
place.
got to find a movie theater playing it. We're going on a field
Go
trip.
to
We're going to
Giovanni's
take everyone on a field trip. We'll take the crew on a field trip. Interns to see a movie about acceptance and giving back.
So we should got so much time to do that, but thank you very much.
I'll even treat.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. And I won't stop hearing the end of it.
All right, who we got going on our show today, Freddie?
I don't know. Do you want to make the introductions? Are you sure? This is an interesting concept that we're going to talk about today because I had some history with this gentleman in a prior life. Like 5-6 years ago. It's a true story. About 5-6 years ago, this is when I worked with Les. You remember Les?
I remember.
And he did some of we're going to let you talk about what it is you do, but he did some of this work as well. And then we ran it for about a year and it started. It was very successful as to what I'm talking about. But why don't you tell us your name and what you're doing and where you are?
My name is Ray Crowley. I'm a physical therapist by training, and I've been doing hyperbaric oxygen for over 25 years, as I was a friend of the gentleman you're talking about, Dr. Richard Neubauer, who passed about 8 years ago. So I've been carrying on that work, and the science has expanded tremendously since his days, and so we've been healing stroke and memory problems. Near-drowned children respond to this treatment. And most recently, I was affiliated with some researchers out of the University of Miami who produced a aloe-based product that has been shown to reverse symptoms of Alzheimer's and memory loss. The same product was used in Canada to reverse the effects of fetal alcohol syndrome in children who are never educable because the alcoholism causes the brain not to grow and all kinds of other physical problems. And in that particular case, every child grew an IQ equal to at least 100, which meant that they were recoverable for the first time in history. And that product has been the first and only nutrient to be approved by the FDA
In this country.
in this country.
So let me ask you a question. Let's break it down. Exactly what it is you do and how you do it.
Well, we place patients in a chamber, and we fill that chamber with pure oxygen. And the oxygen is applied under pressure. And when you do that, it far exceeds the ability of your red blood cells to bring oxygen to your body, which is how we normally get our oxygen. So the plasma oxygen concentration is what happens with the hyperbarics under pressure, oxygen under pressure. And when you do that, all kinds of things happen within our body. We stimulate major anti-inflammatories, so people that are dealing with any form of inflammation respond well in hyperbarics. It also, in 20 treatments of hyperbarics, there's an 8-fold increase in your own natural stem cells.
Now, this was all started for scuba divers, correct? When they would go too deep, came back up with the bends.
Yes, that's the most common, well-known, the bends, through the Navy and things like that. But hyperbaric oxygen has been around since the 1800s. It's only recently been shown in Israel to cause, even 12 years after a stroke, there's a recoverable brain and increased quality of life. We've shown after brain injury that it causes the growth of new neurons in the brain, and that's been published also by Dr. Shia Freddy out of Israel. So that's quite exciting. I deal with a lot of veterans. I'm an old Marine from the Vietnam days, and concussive injuries in my day was one thing, and today, with the IEDs going off, the veterans are really suffering horrible brain trauma. And so we've had a huge impact. I've done most of my work with veterans on a pro bono basis.
So is it helping with the PTS, or is it helping
Yes, it
with
does.
concussions from football players, right? You said you work with athletes as well?
Well, you know, we've worked with an awful lot of very well-known athletes. Patient privacy rules doesn't allow me to talk about them, but one of the impacts most recently was a football player that was paralyzed on the field as a paraplegic. And the neurosurgeon of the team, when he opened him up and they stabilized the fracture, said, well, this kid will never be out of a wheelchair. And he called me he said he wanted to give the kid a chance. And so he called me about the protocols on oxygen, and I gave him the pressures and the time of treatment twice a day. And to everyone's surprise, this man is walking now, when that should never have ever happened. So I've made 2 neurosurgeons associated with the Professional Football League look like real masters. And
do you remember we went to, Leslie's the first time?
Yes.
And we met that client who had flown in from, I think, Tennessee.
Yes.
And he was brain injury. Well, he's being treated, and it might even be by you, I don't know, but I know it's someone in Delray Beach with a hyperbaric chamber.
It's gotta be him.
That they're cross-referring patients because they're going to the hyperbaric chamber and then going to Leslie for the laser and the detox and working all together as a holistic approach.
And it's really cool because I know somebody who reached out to me in Tampa. The NFL has hired professionals like yourselves in the field because of the concussion dilemma. You know, they had that huge settlement.
Right.
But the money trickled down. You have to prove that you have the problem before they kick up the money. So rather than go in that direction, I hear now that they're going to start using this system to try to get the brain waves and what have you back,
Right.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, well, you know, I've been working with a number of professional football players, and also there's I've been affiliated on a number of other television stations where I've been in Washington testifying for veterans' behalfs, and I've been on PBS TV, also with VA doctors that are refusing to make this available to veterans, and it's a shame. It's entirely reversible.
But what's the controversy on why they don't want to make it available?
Well, the first thing is they don't have the infrastructure for all of the soldiers, and even the Pentagon has released a paper saying that they are very aware, even training. Like I treat a lot of the ultimate fighting people are the ones that are in the most trouble, the special ops guys. And so I have active duty Navy SEALs that I can't even keep records of or talk about or even admit that they came to see me. But there's certain people within the government that send those people to me, and we return them back from all the blast exposure. The Pentagon knows that even practicing the breaching and the things that these people do causes them to have very severe brain injury over time. And the more you hurt your brain, the easier it is to hurt it again. So the second concussion is worse than the first one. And as you repeat them, an exposure to blast, look at our military.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a real problem that we need. And the answer seems to be so simple, and yet I think this is a tipping point that's going to hit, and we'll see this become much more widely accepted.
But why is pressurized oxygen, how does it help? So you go into this tank. To me, I have a side effect to everything. So my husband said, okay, don't even think about going. And I try everything. He goes, just don't try this one. He said, but find out. Like, why is this working?
The first thing that would appeal to you, there's a cosmetic effect of going into
which is probably why he said to me today, just don't go do
it. Because you grow new blood vessels not only in your skin, but
that's not a bad thing.
No,
that's a good thing.
It's all a good thing. All these other treatments are good things too until something goes haywire.
But not just going go haywire. I'm really interested in, because at the time, I have neuropathy, diabetic neuropathy.
Yep.
And I wanted to see how it worked for neuropathy, because I read that it is fantastic. It increases the blood levels and new.
Well, to get technical about diabetic patients, the lining of the artery wall of a diabetic patient is different than any other human, and they don't have access to their own stem cells. So with 5 hyperbaric treatments, the endothelium, the artery lining, actually opens so the diabetic patient has access to those stem cells. On top of that, the plasma oxygen concentration goes up, and that's how diabetic wounds don't get amputated anymore. So that's the healing effect, and that's how it happens.
Okay, but hold on. Slow it down, because my head is spinning. So do you get into, or you become a diabetic, right? I'm a diabetic now 10 years. You go in there, you have the treatments. How does it stimulate? Does it bring feeling back in the legs?
Yes, it does.
It does. If I stop doing it, does it go back to the way it was?
Well, when you start getting into, my advice now would be for you to look into this aloe-based powder, which is going to be commercially available within this next month, and combine it with hyperbarics, and you probably will have a lot of reversal in some of your symptoms. I've treated
permanent.
Yes.
Really?
I think so.
All right, let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the aloe and this new product. And you know what? If it's at University of Miami, it's got to be good. Just saying.
Why?
Go Canes.
This is the U?
It's all about the U. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, and we will be right back.
An American Express travel representative has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a cruise planner's travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true. Are you ready? Does your family have an emergency preparedness plan? BeBetterPrepared.info is an affordable way to prepare yourself and your family for the worst. Stock up with emergency gear and the knowledge you need to be ready in case of an emergency. From first aid, safe water supplies, to shelter, BeBetterPrepared.info is a convenient way to quickly stock up on survival and camping gear at an affordable pre-packaged price. Order Elite Ready Pack to get started. No matter what the situation, go to BeBetterPrepared.info and you will be prepared if disaster strikes or for your camping needs.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With vCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. vCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. vCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. vCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. vCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com. I got a guy. You need
And we're back. I call it a Makeup Monday, but right now that's our second hour. So we're talking about brain injury, hyperbaric oxygen treatment. My question to you before we get into this aloe question is, I know I've got all these studies. I'm so excited I get to read them.
You look into my kid. Of course. What, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to read them. I'm looking for the cartoons. Yes. I'm going to read them.
What does it feel like when you go in the tank?
Like you get in an airplane.
So your ears kind of
It's a
pop?
pressurized chamber. An airplane.
How long are you sitting in the tank?
90 minutes. 60 minutes under pressure.
Really?
So you have to go up and come back. You know, it's just like diving in the ocean. So you can't go to 60 feet or you'd blow your eardrums. So you have to, it takes a little time to get you to depth and then to bring you back up.
Now, is everybody the same? Dawn obviously is 1/10 of my weight. Yolanda's lighter than me. Is it different men, women? Is it different weight-wise?
No.
Every human being reacts the
vary
same?
pressure depending on what we're trying to treat. Oh. So like Lyme's disease is very dangerous to treat at high pressure because you can cause the spirochetes that make Lyme's, you can cause them to die and then they dump into your liver and you can have seizures from that.
Really?
So we always treat them very low pressure, and then as with the patient, as we start killing the Lyme spirochete, then we can start increasing the pressure, and that's a part of a treatment for Lyme's.
He also tells me you've been working with drowning victims, children, with Joe DiMaggio Hospital?
Well, I don't work with the hospital, no, but they were told by the hospital they had to give their organs up. And I have 12 children. This was on a television program, Channel 10 out of Miami. I have 12 children from around the world, from Puerto Rico and places like that. We get patients from all over the world here. But I have 12 children that were told they were organ donors and to give them up, and the parents can't take that. Here's your priest, your rabbi, your grief counselor, and they get online and they find us, and it doesn't seem to make sense. The child has been, if they didn't die in the pool, then on the way, the ambulance crew have stabilized that child. And the parents will call, and I say, well, we can't hurt, we may help. So it doesn't make sense to them that lack of oxygen to the brain, then hyperoxygenating the brain might be the answer. So the beautiful thing is that we've had about 12 children now that are normal. And Channel 10 videoed the mothers and the children of a couple of them. But so it's something that is almost, it's incredible. Most doctors aren't trained in this. And
how much time, because you're taking drowning victims from this day to, they're told to be organ donors, so I'm assuming they're in the hospital on machines.
Well,
if they're going to,
usually they're not on machines, because by the time the ambulance has gotten them breathing and their heart going again, they don't really put them on machines. But I have brought a study with a child that's been printed, and so this is not just my opinion. This is research that's been done showing the brain before and after. And when you look, any doctor, any neurologist or neurosurgeon looking at that brain would say that child's hopeless. But what we're finding, they don't know to apply something as simple as oxygen under pressure.
But what's the time frame if a child drowns on
That's
Sunday
a great question.
and you treat them when?
Okay, that's a great question. If you drown up north in a cold water, you can be underwater for up to a half an hour, and they can resuscitate you with no brain damage at all.
Really?
Because the cold shuts down your metabolism. In the warm waters of Florida, the time underwater is very, very critical. So how long was someone under, it depends on how much we can recover. But I still think that I've worked with some very severe brain injuries. I'm talking automobile, horrible stuff. We treat the son of a professional golfer who plays with Donald Trump, and they were asking Trump, well, is Trump really a good golfer? Well, yes, he is. And by the way, how's this gentleman's son, who for 6 years he was dead twice at St. Mary's Hospital in West Palm. And he came to see us 6 years later, and so this professional golfer said, well, we started this hyperbarics, and for the first time in 6 years, my son has started to move his arms and legs on command. So it's going to take us hundreds and hundreds of dives to bring that young man back. So the longer that you've been hurt, 6 years, if you yourself for 6 years couldn't move your arms and legs, and then all of a sudden we could reanimate you, your legs and arms would be very weak just because of disuse. So the longer you're out, the harder it is to pull you back.
Yeah, but even recovering anything after that time frame and working with athletes and the potential or concussion victims and what's going on.
We get concussion victims. The new protocols in the NFL is you don't play if you've been concussed. So I get people flying in here. I'll treat them twice over the weekend. They go back and they play. We clear their mind.
Well, there's another piece to that puzzle, where kids in high school and even junior high school have concussions.
Exactly.
And what they're doing is they're not calling it a concussion, because then you have all this protocol, you have all these issues, it turns political. I was asked if you work with, how young can you be to work with?
I work with little teeny infants.
Okay, so it doesn't make a difference. But in the high school world, what you do is going to be super vital, even more than the NFL, because these kids have concussions going into college.
Yeah.
People are mistaken thinking that lack of consciousness is a concussion. You don't have to go out and lose your consciousness to have a brain concussion. And we do get kids referred to us from New York that have been elbowed in a basketball game in the head, and they vomit. And I've had a professional dancer, the Boston Conservatory of Dance had a young lady who accidentally was kicked in the head in a dance routine. And she was vomiting, and her mother was a principal dancer previously, and she was from Miami, but she was at the Boston School of Dance, and it was only the oxygen that got this lady back, and she's now with a dance company in Europe now. So.
Heck, I wish I knew you in May when my son had to miss law school finals because of his concussion.
Yeah, but it isn't too late. You can send. There's still damage there, right?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Now, I know a lady that was walking her dog in front of my house, and it was a big dog, and she's a little lady. And the dog took her, and she landed on her head. And I knew right away she had a concussion. She started throwing up. She was dizzy. I said, let me call them. No, I'm going to go home. People just think that it's okay. And
well, it's not that it's okay. You don't know traditional protocols are resting your mind, not on the computer, not on TV.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Watch the concussion go
Well,
away.
it's to stop thinking, to stop using the brain activity, to put your brain at rest.
Well, I stop using my brain all the time.
Your brain's always at rest. Sorry. You
Doctor,
set me up on that one.
This sounds so
like that.
amazing,
You like
but how is this going to be covered by insurance?
There are 13 conditions that are covered by insurance in the United States. In China, there's 50, and in Russia, there's 97.
Conditions.
So, certified conditions that
Okay.
Medicare and insurance will pay for. Most of them are horrible things like radiation necrosis. Women with breast cancer or men with prostate cancer end up getting radiation, and the radiation doesn't stop. So oxygen is how you put the fire out. There's brown recluse spider bites, which are tissue dissolving. You can bite on your arm, and your whole arm, you lose all your tissue. So the oxygen is compartment syndrome, fractures where you break an arm or a leg and the blood flow is gone to your hand or foot, and that is reversible by hyperbaric. So there's a number. There are 13 different conditions, sudden hearing loss being one of them. So we've had people that were told they needed cochlear implants, and we've recovered their hearing. So that's quite meaningful if you imagine that you're going to be deaf and you don't have to be.
So let me ask you, if you got prostate cancer, you should come see and see what happens?
Well, the cancer, there's a double Nobel paper out of Germany that cancer can't live in the presence of oxygen. In Lancet, only less than 2 years ago,
me?
we're talking about cancer can't metastasize unless it's in a hypoxic environment. So if you hyperoxygenate, then you can prevent cancer from metastasizing. So I'm working with oncologists who are, today they're going back to the Linus Pauling days and using high-dose vitamin C IV because you can't eat or drink enough vitamin C to prevent cancer, so they do that. University of Iowa, where I did my graduate work, they are using that, and the life expectancy of patients are really improving from that because radiation and chemo doesn't really extend your life. Hyperbaric oxygen added to that, and now with the micronutrients that we're talking about that's just recently been developed, that really stacks the deck in patients' favor of having an opportunity to overcome things like that.
How long has this information been known?
Well, as example, the aloe-based product has only recently been certified and tested and published. That's very new. Micronutrients, not only has there been a very famous doctor from Texas. I've just brought him. I'm very involved with HUD, Housing and Urban Development. Mm-hmm. You might know that the neurosurgeon Ben Carson has developed the Envision program. So in these horrible neighborhoods where children are, not fed, they're oftentimes brutalized by gangs or fathers or adult men that are slapping them around. So Dr. Ben Carson has started this program, and I've been working with the people in HUD to offer hyperbarics and plus the micronutrient we want to bring to these children because it can help them overcome so much of the traumatic neighborhoods. Also, veterans are living in those neighborhoods. These are blast-injured vets who can't work, so they end up in these projects. And so it's a major, and Dr. Ben Carson's program is going to be going over 35 cities in the United States this next year.
What do you mean by micro-level nutrients? Yeah, we're putting
the
things back
micronutrients are the aloe product.
The aloe product. So it's not; these are different supplements. It's nothing that we're replenishing the soil with, or we're putting gardens in. As far as nutrients, this is an extra supplemental product.
No, the entire program, the Envision program, the Department of Defense is putting money into these programs so that the children can get into junior ROTC programs. They develop then discipline. They have major officers who are black that they can look up to. They're recruiting NFL ball players to look up to their Army officers that are black. Gerald Bennett is the head of the STEM program in HUD in Washington, D.C. He was the first black American quarterback at West Point. And he's just a brilliant man. I've really enjoyed working with him. So that's kind of how I got into the HUD organization in Washington.
And so what does that have to do with the aloe product?
Well, the nutrient, it can really help children's brains. It helps people with memory problems. So we're there to get these kids turned on. I mean, how much money do you make selling drugs, and compare that to a career as a military officer, or giving these children other role models
choices,
to look at, and they're bringing in STEM early reading programs. So Ben Carson's way more. One of the pillars is the wellness and medical part of it. That's a small part, but we'll be recruiting young doctors in medical schools to sit in these projects and look at kids free because they need the training, and if they think they're picking up something, then they'll refer the children into the medical school for care.
Amazing. It's amazing. And he's not too far from us. He's like right down the street, right?
Yeah.
And the amazing thing about all of this is this is not the first time that this has crossed my path. It's the second time. But it was never explained to me like this. This is just outrageous. I mean, you have abilities to help vets and children across the board. Gio is going to want to talk to him because my son is looking for somebody in the field on this side of the coast. I'm going to give you his number. And they were hired by the NFL. And they're looking for somebody just like you on their end, on the
Well, you know, after we, the neurosurgeon for this football team, the guy who's scrubbed in with him is the NFL neurosurgeon with the grant to study concussion, and Willie Lanier, the famous football player, is the other player representative to study concussion, and I've had a lot of communication with both of them.
Well, you probably had something to do with the $9 billion settlement that they had put on the table.
They're also using CBD now for concussions in Israel.
Well, I was
for
going.
these kids on first line. Jordana's shaking her head yes.
I was going to talk about CBD because one of the things that seems to help me is putting CBD with another ointment, because CBD you put it on, and then I need something to sort of massage it in there. And I'm going to tell you, last night, because I was doing my front door, I was on a ladder for about 3.5 hours, and you're diabetic with neuropathy, it hurts, you know. So last night when I went to bed, Linda saw me take out the CBD, I put it in, and then I put an ointment. What do I use?
Moringa?
Yeah, moringa oil. And the moringa oil with the CBD, that combination slept like a baby. Yeah. And people look at me like there's something wrong with you. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it works.
They make massage products out of that. And I think that's wonderful stuff. What I don't like, and I can show you on SPECT brain imaging, places like Colorado where they have approved marijuana to smoke, the hallucinogenic part actually damages the brain, and we can show how it does that. It's just like these pictures that we have of brain, you can tell heroin, even people on prescription drugs, you can see how it affects the brain with these images.
Which is interesting, because you think people, and we've talked to clients, right? They say, my child has the medical marijuana card because they've got seizures. But from what you're saying is that if there's damage being caused by the THC from the marijuana, then maybe the CBD, which you don't need a medical card, is not causing brain damage, and this way it's reducing the inflammation, and maybe we're looking at this all backwards. Maybe it's not the marijuana
what else is
side.
new? Welcome to the
Well, we're
US.
not looking at it backwards. We happen to be looking at it right way. We got to get everyone else to look at it.
It actually
floor to
worked.
ceiling like we do.
Yeah, on your shoulder.
And all that pollution is not going in your lungs.
Well, that's the other thing I wanted to ask you, because they use now those little digit things, they're supposed to be water vapor, which is worse than 100 cigarettes from what I'm reading. I mean, you're sucking on this thing because they don't have any studies.
The Juuls?
Yeah, the Juuls. And people think, oh, it's water vapor, and even my daughter does. I'm sorry, guilty as charged. And they suck on, and then I noticed that because it feels like nothing, you're doing it more. Yeah. You're creating a bigger problem, not alleviating it.
Your lungs aren't made to take that type of liquid into them.
It's just ridiculous.
Why are these studies, and I want to say physicians, why do physicians and other people not realize that these studies are out and the benefits of the hyperbaric oxygen?
Well, hyperbaric oxygen, what I find is the reason we get patients from all over the world, they're usually people that are at the end of their rope. They don't know, and they get online and they start looking, and then they find, whatever problem they're dealing with. I mean, we deal with all kinds of inflammatory diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus,
diabetes.
But think about it, the American Academy of Neurology, the American Academy of PMNR, all of these physicians should be working in conjunction with you when they don't know not what else to do for their patients, but as an alternative.
Yeah, but they would have to listen.
You brought up a wonderful term, neurology, the neuro, and 10% of your brain is neuron. The rest of your brain is glial tissue. And so my friend Dr. Neubauer, who you knew, wouldn't know now the glial tissues have been the gorilla in the room all this time. So most brain cancers are astrocytes. They're a type of glial tissue. So the glia is the hot area of research now. And even when we look at doing stem cells that people are injecting, when you try and inject neural stem cells, you can grow in an agar plate, you can make neurons grow, but they don't work very well when you inject them into a human, because an astrocyte has to be there for that neuron to be healthy. And so we think that as these neuropathologies are going on. It's the astrocyte damage that can't support the neuron. So the whole area of brain research has moved from neuro research into the astrocyte glial research. It's all changed.
Wait a minute, Doc, because you're losing me here. But let me ask you a question. Okay, so we have something that works.
Like the glioblastomas and
she's going to continue.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's going to continue because she's a doctor's wife and she knows glaucoma. But all I know, no, you know the terminology.
Only from working with children.
No, I understand that. But what I'm saying is you understand the terminology. What I don't understand out of this whole equation is why isn't this blowing up the airwaves more?
That's the thing.
Why is this delivery? How come Donald Trump giving I think the guy in Turkey, he gave him a bump because he says he's the only one of all of NATO that knows what he's doing. I don't know where he got that from, but the bump, the hands, that delivery is all over the place, bigger than this, and this stuff works. I don't get it.
Well, I think as we recovered this young boy whose dad is the golf pro who plays with Trump when he comes to town, Trump's been watching. So I want this available to veterans. I want it available. Imagine the savings of healthcare dollars if you can recover a stroke patient with this, if you can recover people with near-drown accidents, cerebral palsy, all kinds of pathology. Look at the medications. We can get off the opioids. This is the way to get off of them.
Sounds like my doctor.
Look even with the MD, with David, with Duchenne's and everything he's been going through.
I know. I mean, I would like to know what would happen.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Putting David in this chamber.
Give us a call, 888-994-4995. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Where are we going?
We got to let Nadine know. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dawn DeMarco Book with Sparkle of Life, where giving is fashionable. And I am a jewelry designer, but what's really cool about my company is I give a portion back to charity. And we are having a fundraiser on July 23rd at Scuola Vecchia, 522 East Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach from 6:30 to 9. And we will be raising money for the Rosie Foundation. And what we do with the Rosie Foundation is we grant money to two areas. One is children with cancer, and the other is animal rescue. So if you would like to join us, please give me a call at 954-309-2234, and I look forward to seeing you there.
You can unleash your body's natural regenerative power with Liquid BioCell. A scientifically proven, holistic anti-aging supplement, Liquid BioCell redefines the way we age and how we perform. Formulated with an exclusive collagen and hyaluronic acid combination, Liquid BioCell supports joints, muscle fitness, and restores youthful skin from within. Contact Renata at 561-306-7176 or visit 4health4beautyonline.com. Anti-aging from the inside out. Call today, 561-306-7176.
Hey, Dawn, do you know what CBD is?
What is CBD, Freddy?
CBD is a cannabidiol. My goodness gracious, I'm Puerto Rican and I can announce that. Cannabidiol, which is found in the hemp plant. CBD can help regulate your mood, improve your sleep, reduce inflammation, and you know what? It even increases immunity.
Did you know that our internal systems are already made to receive the CBD? It's made of natural botanicals without any psychotropic effects. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea what that means.
It means you can get healthy without getting high.
That's right. Now, people come to the studio, we give them CBD, and what's the first thing they ask me? Can I drive home? I said, did you drive here? Yes. Well, then you're going to drive home. So if you want CBD and the experience to feeling better, reducing anxiety, what do you got to do?
Give them a call at 561-674-7446. It is the #1 legal and leading CBD company in the United States. Safe for all ages. Where do you visit, Freddie?
You visit livelovecbd.com.
livelovecbd.com. Tell them Dawn and Freddie sent you. And we're back on a magical, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you, Motivational Monday at
You
the
hit me with
Brooklyn
a brick.
Cafe.
That
I'm
hurts.
hitting you with my crystal. Well, it's
hurts
really
a lot.
yours that I took. Just saying. Welcome back. We are talking about hyperbaric oxygen, but we really need to get into this aloe-based nutrient before we run out of time in 10 minutes. How was it found? What else is in it? Because aloe is so prevalent everywhere.
Right, it's a species of plant, as I understand it. And at the University of Miami, Dr. Reg McDaniel is a pathologist out of Texas who actually came up with these micronutrients. And he was noticing, as I mentioned, the fetal alcohol syndrome children responded so well to it. Pathologists, are some of the brightest guys in medical school. They're the ones that, know all the chemistry, know every organ. They can, they're really bright. And he was convinced he could help these children, so he did that in Canada. And then, of course, at the University of Miami, Dr. Lewis is the head of functional medicine down there. And they decided that they were going to try and do a study, and they got to some very old and well-established Jewish community where they had a lot of Alzheimer's. And they agreed to become patients in this study that was just published. I brought the study for you so that you have it with you. And and as Dr. McDaniel says, the sicker you are, the better it works. So
I was just about to ask you.
So if you're not broken, we don't fix you. But if you're, so they took an architect. One of the star students was an architect that was so bad with Alzheimer's they had to bathe him and force feed him and all that. He was just totally out of it, and he's the one that had to swing all the way back where he came back talking and lost all these symptoms. So, as they say, a powder like this, I take it myself because I want to prevent the beginning.
Now, you drink
Alzheimer's.
this powder, or you
You
apply
mix it in a glass of water. And in the study in Miami, they took a spoonful before every meal and one spoonful before bedtime, and that's all they had.
Is this a regular aloe base or something
It's
that
a
was?
species of aloe plant, and that's probably privileged information.
I'm pretty sure it was.
And
Just trying to
they've
get it
mixed
out.
They're
with-
not going to give you what it is.
Yeah.
Just trying to get it out.
But in the conclusion, it says this formula may not only facilitate cognitive improvement, but may also improve the inflammatory and immune functioning profile as well, thereby enhancing host recovery and improving overall quality of life.
Now, do you sell this plant?
I have access to it. But what the interest is, I've been recovering brain as well with oxygen. So combining this with what we're doing. In Canada, the huge study out of Canada said the first symptoms of Alzheimer's was low blood flow to the brain. So what happens as you get older? You lose the blood flow that you had when you were 16 and 18 years old. So atherosclerosis is known to be a concept from our diet and all that, and we have a genetic propensity for some of that. But so low blood flow to the brain and that sets off this cascade that ends up being called Alzheimer's. It's known that early trauma to the brain in soldiers and athletes causes an early onset of dementia and Alzheimer's problems.
Is the Miami Project working with you or with this product?
That's spinal cord, and I
only asked because you said you didn't officially work with any athletes.
Well, I do work with a lot of athletes. I can't talk about
We can't talk about it, but
a lot of the Miami Dolphins. I've had an awful lot of players from the Ravens football team. I've had a running back from the Saints.
I know who that is.
Yeah. So he had a concussion problem. We turned around rather quickly. But some of the older veterans, I've lectured to over 220 NFL ball players, and the older they are, the more dysfunctional they are. And the younger guys are looking at them and they get frightful. They're like, oh my God. But so many of these players come from such poor backgrounds that they're willing to sacrifice their brain for their family.
well,
That's
if you
how
look
they
at
look at
the
it.
CTE, which you're not doing anything until
Big
people
time.
are
No.
until
CTE,
after the fact, and you're looking at the brains and realizing what it was.
Yeah.
But if you can get in there before
Right.
a tragedy happens,
There's a good friend of mine named Joe Maroon, who is the neurosurgeon for the Steelers, and he wrote a beautiful paper on chronic traumatic encephalopathy. And I had delivered a talk to about 1,600 interventional spine surgeons at the Bellagio, and I didn't know Joe, but I texted him a message of what a beautiful paper that you've written. I wonder how you feel the anti-inflammatory effects of oxygen might apply to the inflammation you're so concerned about in the brain. Ray, we got to meet. So that goes back 8 or 9 years ago now, and we've become kind of friends.
well, Yolanda was saying her sister is a neuropsychologist at Fort Walton.
Oh, I didn't know
imagine
that.
bringing
Yes.
this information to her.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to show her this.
Well, it's amazing because, and again, I don't want people to think that you have to be an NFL football player to get the benefits of this deal. I mean, the common person who has been involved in sports, like you said, your son was playing basketball. He got clecked with an elbow to the head. Down he went. God only knows if he hit his head when he went down as well.
Well, he didn't hit his head, but he certainly couldn't take law school finals because he started getting nauseous. He couldn't concentrate.
Right.
This was just a couple months ago. But if you even think about David, who's had MD, who's got Duchenne's since he was 3. He's now 23. He's fully from the neck down, full assist. Could he potentially benefit, and can he come in a wheelchair?
Yeah, well, I would tell you that I would be glad to put you in touch with the physicians who've developed this powder, number 1, and hyperbaric oxygen certainly can help.
So I'm going to connect her with you, and the best way people can reach you is?
I'm in Delray Beach at 561-278-7043.
And do you still do conventional physical therapy?
I do. Well, no, I do neuro. I do a lot. My specialty, I treat major athletes with sports injuries. I get athletes coming from even professional water skiers. They get pretty bad injuries at 70 miles an hour on the water. I treat we treat people from all over the world. They come from Nigeria, Paris, Germany, Canada.
I got a question. A boxer gets hit in the head about 240 times a fight.
Yep.
And that's without practice, which he gets hit another 240 times a day.
Yeah.
Isn't that like an everyday concussion?
It is, and now that you brought that up, I had one of my veterans that we published on was all the veterans I treated had multiple injuries from being in combat. One particular veteran, and I'm free to use his name, Jeffrey Ruiz, had attempted suicide. He was discharged with a 70% seizure disability. He had over 46 IED blast exposures with loss of consciousness and never had a penetrating wound. So all the other veterans I've treated have been shot or had other things happen to them in wartime. So what made Jeffrey special, it was only blast exposure that caused the damage in his brain. And in a certain type of functional MRI, you can see that it's a signature injury in the brain from blast. It goes through the entire brain. It's not a focal local area. And Jeffrey was suicidal. His parents brought him. We did 40 treatments. It's been 13 years now. Jeffrey graduated with honors in marine sciences in Houston, Texas. He goes to church. He's a successful realtor. I get Facebooks from him all the time. He's bought himself a nice fishing boat. He has a dog. He didn't get married again, but he's sending me pictures of all the fish he's catching. So talk about horrible brain trauma. That he was really well out there with that much exposure. A boxer would never be allowed to be knocked out 46 times, but the military guys, when you can't pull a trigger anymore, that's when they don't care. They really don't. And I'm an old Marine telling you that. So when you become useless is when you can no longer pick up a weapon.
Isn't it amazing the way the game is played? Because if you're not useful anymore as a killing machine, everything changes. It's perspective. Football players are the same way. You could be a great running back like Earl Campbell. You see what condition he's in. Some of these players, that if you look at them, they can't even tie their shoelaces anymore.
Right.
And your stuff could be a miracle savior to them.
Well, when, if you remember, the Pouncey twins had a buddy who played with them at University of Florida who ended up getting all these murders going.
Right.
And he hung himself in jail, and the Boston Brain Bank got his brain. It was the most advanced case of chronic traumatic encephalopathy they've ever seen.
That was recent.
In a person, that age.
Recent.
He had no brain. He was horribly afflicted because of all the.
But whether you're looking at military, football, basketball, sports, dancers,
Walking your dog.
it all comes down to your quality of life. No matter what field it is, what you're doing, politics aside, whether the VA is going to pay, insurance is going to pay, none of that matters. Didn't you just tell me the other day? It comes down to your life. And it's quality of life for you, your loved one, your family's life-saving. And what are all these alternative healing modalities that we talk about every day on our set? And what are we if we don't share it with everybody?
That's right. Give us a choice, though. You know, you're like the best kept secret I've ever
So
heard in my life.
putting him with Leslie, with Daphne, with all of the
Everybody,
things we do.
make the noise. You got to make some noise because you know something. You have a choice.
And for those who told me that the studies don't exist, I've got lots of paperwork that I'll be more than happy to
Come on down and
photocopy,
read.
have a cup of coffee and read the studies because the studies are here and they're scientifically, yes, there's double-blind studies. All of those questions that the doctors and all these associations say, where are they? Here they are. So they're here.
Here he is.
And they're used around the world. For whatever reason, the United States gets on board a little bit late, but it is time.
It is time.
Let's give out your number again.
It's 561-278-7043.
Right here in Delray Beach.
Wait, do you know the address?
We've got a lot of addresses here.
I'm 525 Northeast 3rd Avenue.
That's right down the street.
I think he's right down the street. He said he's like 4 blocks away.
Want to thank Sarah Spiritual. Wednesday nights from 5 to 7. She's on multiple states and everything.
5 to 8. On WONN.
5 to 7, and then there's an extra hour, 8 to 9. It's 7 to 8.
7 to 8.
I'm a little punch drunk. All I know is it goes on forever. Just tune in at 5 o'clock.
And Dawn DeMarco says, thank you all very much. All the interns that did a beautiful job. I think Latalana did that promotion.
When is the date of that?
The date is July 23rd, so save the date at Scuola Vecchia. It gives back to the Rosie Foundation.
Check
so
that
go
out.
shopping. I had a great weekend. Wait till you hear about my weekend the second hour. All I can
There's
say.
more?
All I can say
We
is.
heard it the first time.
Oh no, that you only heard the dog part. There was actually a good side to my weekend.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to talk about it in the second hour.
Dr. Nguyen, thank you for coming now.
Thank you so much for joining us, Yolanda. We'll be back in 2 and 2, which is
4.
95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Still live streaming on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. And we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Jen Gutschmidt. I'm here at the Foxworth Fountain. Do you need an egg cream? I got a guy. Look at this menu. And here to help us discuss all the sweet treats at the Foxworth Fountain is Ryan.
So we're an old-fashioned soda fountain where we have lots of ice cream treats, milkshakes, hand-stirred sodas, sundaes, and fresh baked from scratch cookies. But here we like to kind of focus on our ingredients and our clean label things. So we make all of our syrups from scratch, and we do it the old way. We make egg creams with Fox's Uvette, the only way to do it. And we even make our marshmallows from scratch.
Ryan, what is your favorite thing to make here at the Foxworth Fountain?
I love making sundaes. We make them in these really, really cool glassware we have here. My favorite sundae is the Cookie Cool Breeze, which features our fresh made cookies. It's probably my favorite thing to make. And I love doing hand-stirred sodas with our syrups.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Brooklyn Cafe is at Scuola Vecchia. Scuola Vecchia. Best pizza in Florida, let me tell you. Are you getting me doing the cornichoni?
Scuola Vecchia has been on Atlantic Avenue for 8 years.
Oh, pizza ball. LeBron James.
We make homemade Neapolitan pizza, which is just like you're walking the streets of Naples, Italy. We make our own homemade mozzarella cheese. Our pizza is the thin crust pizza.
I love it.
Cheesy American
Process.
There's nothing processed. It's just delicious. Cheers, guys.
Well, your pizza's really good.
Thanks.
I hate you.
I'm telling you, it is the best pizza. And ladies, if you're counting carbs, only 12 carbs in an entire pizza. The whole thing. Come visit Scuola Vecchia. Check it out. 522 East Atlantic Boulevard. Right in Delray Beach.
We gotta try it.
We're gonna eat. You ready? Dig
He
in.
wasn't around to left.
Hi, I'm Dawn DeMarco Book with Sparkle of Life, where giving is fashionable. And I am a jewelry designer, but what's really cool about my company is I give a portion back to charity. And we are having a fundraiser on July 23rd at Scuola Vecchia, 522 East Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach from 6:30 to 9. And we will be raising money for the Rosie Foundation. And what we do with the Rosie Foundation is we grant money to 2 areas. One is children with cancer, and the other is animal rescue. So if you would like to join us, please give me a call at 954-309-2234, and I look forward to seeing you there.
strategy. It helps find the right investment and limit the risk. The instructors at Online Trading Academy are certified, currently trade, and are profitable. They show you how they invest every day. Call now for a pair of tickets to a free half-day class at Online Trading Academy. Classes are all over Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Jupiter, and Port St. Lucie. Call Online Trading Academy now. Call 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510.
If you had any idea how absolutely insane the stock market is,
unconventional wisdom is sweeping the nation, and you are next.
You need to stop being dependent on a paycheck.
The Del Walmsley Show is on WNN, Mondays at 5, Tuesday through Friday at noon.
Selfless service is the guiding principle that drives Army National Guard soldiers to be always ready whenever disaster strikes. They are your next-door neighbors and your colleagues in schools, offices, and factories. To be a Guard soldier is to stand ready to serve at all times for family, for community, and for country. To learn more, log on to NationalGuard.com or contact an Army National Guard recruiter in your area. Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard, aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Go to your app store and download the WNN app on your Android or iPhone. And never miss a Talk 1470 minute.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. eatessentialsnow.com.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. The feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work, play, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you today, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Welcome to all our friends in South Florida. Welcome to the second hour of Beautiful Monday. What is kind of Monday, is it?
Motivation.
Motivation on
Actually,
Monday.
it's really not. It's Makeup Makeover Monday.
It is now.
It is now. Our second hour is Makeup Makeover Monday on the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Just hold on to your seat, Freddie, because you're going to love the segment. Maybe not as much as I do, but you're going on for the ride.
I'm going to put her on the set.
I know.
Because this is like
Look at her face. You just sent our studio audience into terror over there.
It's like a woman's thing.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Give us a call. I don't know who's on board, but 888-565-1470.
Who's the board operator today? Who's there? Is it Joe?
Joe? Blake? I don't know. Somebody's there.
Nobody's there.
So say hello to our board op. We've got Carrie and Giovanni on the board. We've got Syracuse doing social media. It's Monday. I think we worked everyone so hard last week, they took some days off.
They fainted.
I don't know what happened.
I want to get a soundboard in here. Because I need sounds.
You need sound effects.
And that bells just drive me insane.
You need Dan.
I need something. Yeah, Dan the man. I need something because if you missed the first hour of today's show, I'm going to tell you, you missed a hell of a show.
What do I say? Hit rewind.
Yeah, there you go.
There you
Hashtag
go.
rewind.
Hashtag rewind.
I never knew what that meant until right now. Because the first hour of today's show was dynamite. Unbelievable. Check it out and let us know what you think.
Hyperbaric oxygen is helping with so many things, with traumatic brain injury, nearly drowning children, and
diabetes,
veterans, and
prostate
athletes.
Cancer, chemo. I mean, the list goes on and on
And all I can say, for all of those that said there is no research, I've got a stack of papers that will sit right here in our book nook, so you can come by, have a cup of coffee, and read all this research that's being done around the world.
You're not going to read it for them?
Cutting edge in Israel, which is truly amazing to see the neurons regenerate. Yes. And they've got this product now that's an aloe-based powder that is helping with Alzheimer's disease, which is truly incredible. And yes, I even read the conclusion.
And this is the first doctor that I've met in the last year and a half who said that the CBD on my feet with the, what oil?
Moringa.
Moringa oil. How come I can't remember that?
I do not know.
Moringa oil, he says that yes, it will help with neuropathy.
But what a great set. So hit rewind, and that's our first hour in the Brooklyn Cafe. And this hour, I just got to fill you in on the rest of my weekend, and you're going to understand why.
Tell me what you got.
So the first hour, I told you, we spent the weekend dog sitting, which is quite lovely, but it really can't compare to what else we got. So last week, we had Elisa from the Virtual Stylist on the show, and we were here with Renata, so we were talking about liquid biocell and anti-aging from the inside out, and got so excited, we never really got to talk about the Virtual Stylist.
Yeah.
So I had a virtual stylist session yesterday with Stacy.
You had a what?
I was virtually styled online.
Does that mean that nothing happened? What does virtually styling mean?
So she wasn't physically in my closet. Oh. She was on the computer with me.
Oh, really?
And she says to me, she says, I think I know more about you than you know about me. I said, well, that's 100% true because I don't know anything about you except your name is Stacy. This woman is like my new best friend.
And she hooked up your closet?
She didn't even go in my closet. She knew enough of my closet from watching what we do every day and knowing my style and what I wear. And she was like, let's get out of your comfort zone. And she gave me links to new clothes and styles and things I could look at and websites that were on sale.
Did you buy clothes?
I didn't have time, but I'm going to. From websites from like $20 an item upwards to the thousands. Like whatever your price point was, things that were on sale, designers, not so designer, even the return policy. Amazing. For an hour we talked.
Well, and it's not only for women, from my understanding, also men, because you sent me something. I can't do it yet because I got to get down to my weight.
But they'll send you the links to buy the new clothes.
Yes, but I got to get down to my weight because if not, then I'll be buying them twice because everything's too big on me.
I can't wait for Stacy. She's going to come in at the second half hour because she knows your style by now, too, from watching our show.
I got no style. What do you I make it easy for you.
It's the hat.
The hat. This hat was given to me.
You know what she says? She likes all the mess of my jewelry. Not the mess. She likes the style
I was
of all my necklaces.
wondering what happened today.
You don't like?
Your neck exploded. I've known you 2.5 years. You never came in when you look like Mrs. T.
Well, you know, it's the new thing.
Got a lot of stuff going on.
Got a lot of stuff going on. Mrs. T and my
I love
Mondo
that
protection.
stone. Where'd you get that?
I got this from a jeweler. But I get a lot of my
She
pieces
got it from a
going to
jeweler.
markup.
Boy, that really helps.
You know, sometimes you just see a piece and you have to have it. And that's the other thing Stacy talked about is you have these classic pieces. You don't need a lot. If you spend money on just a few of the classics that you know you can meld in with everything else, you can put on a $10 skirt, but then maybe have a classic, beautiful blouse. All these things. So we'll talk about that in the second half hour.
I'm going to give my seat up because this sounds like a chick flick. It's a chick flick.
They're going to restyle. Elisa offered you, Freddie, a virtual styling session.
She did, but I just tell you I'm not ready yet because I got to lose more weight.
But until you go through the session, you really have no idea how much fun it can be.
Well, I think I'm getting the feel from you right here. Getting over here.
It's like having a personal shopper, and the price is incredibly affordable. I went out for dinner with Dr. Wacky last night, and I told her about this. I know, my weekend gets better.
I can't believe you said
Saturday night with Pam.
Yeah.
And
then
Karen,
Dr. Wacky?
and Sunday night with Dr. Wacky,
Yeah,
right?
a full boat.
I had a full boat weekend, and she said someone could virtually style me for less than $100 an hour.
Who said that? Wacky?
Wacky.
I'm surprised Pam Polani's
Well,
still not with you.
I hadn't told her yet
Oh, it's a
about
good thing.
that.
You
Was
never would have
Sunday.
loved dinner.
So many people, right? And Liz, we've got Liz Sant with Crunchy. Crunchy is finally back in the house, and yes, they've got men's products now.
But they do?
I have something for you today.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know, and I don't mean this with any disrespect, but there is something, every time I see you, you look different. I mean, you are like radiant today.
She's been on vacation.
Are you got sun, you got something, but it's unreal the way you look.
Well, I'm using our new skincare line now.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Holy
That has to be what
smokes.
it is. It's the only
I'm
difference.
like, no, but I mean, you're glowing. Here's one or two things, but you're glowing. You're glowing.
She's young enough for that thing too, probably. So.
But I'm just saying, you look. When I saw you walk in, I said, "Who the hell is that?" I said, "Oh my God, it's Liz."
She looks great.
It's Crunchy.
It's Crunchy in the house.
Unreal.
They've got a new line of skincare that, yes, men can use also.
My husband loves it.
He loves it.
He loves it.
Some people have been on the set that have used your product, such as the Turk. And
the Turk.
That's what I call her, the Turk. I can't remember her first name.
Yeah,
and she looks fabulous.
Yeah,
You're still using it. I can always tell when you don't use it.
Can you? I use the foundation and powder all the time, every day.
But I can tell. Today I know you use it.
Every day.
I can tell.
And it's funny because Karen Turk and I were at Novella Saturday night, and Marco, the owner, he sits down between us. He liked the Western Hemisphere of the table better than apparently the Eastern Hemisphere of the table. He sits down next to us and he's
next
saying...
to you and Turk.
Next to between me and Turk,
That's
right?
a no-brainer.
Between me and Turk. And he's talking about how he doesn't like women who wear so much makeup. Now, he's between me and Karen Turk. There is no one else at this restaurant that can possibly have on more makeup than the two of us, right? And she and I are looking at each other, and we're cracking up. He says, no, you ladies look so natural. And she and I are ready to roll on the floor. She's had a few martinis, and he says it looks terrific. See? No one wears more makeup than the two of us.
No, but I got to admit.
Did you tell him it was Crunchy?
I did.
I got to admit, I even said to her the other day, do you have makeup on? She says, yeah, Freddie, yeah, a lot. And I said, wow, you can't tell.
And the most amazing thing is, I know it's not all natural, but it's safe. It's toxin-free makeup, so I thought, what a great set to put you with the virtual stylist, Elisa Ehrman, and makeup, right? It's just a whole nother level of being made up. Yolanda's sitting in there shaking her head, yes.
I was wondering when Yolanda hasn't left because she says, I got to get some of this stuff.
Yolanda, you look beautiful.
I think Liz did a makeover on Yolanda one show maybe last month. You came in with no makeup and left full face in red lipstick.
I remember that.
Oh, yes. I was trying on all the makeup.
How was that?
It was awesome. I loved
Does it make you feel different when everybody notices you and they're saying, wow, what's going on? You look fantastic and yada yada. Does it make you feel different?
Yes, definitely. I think you feel more confident. You hide the blemishes and all the wrinkles as best as you can. And, it makes you feel more confident, I think.
One of my favorite things about the foundation is, yes, it hides the blemishes. It doesn't look cakey. I don't get shiny after 10 minutes. I can wear this all day. I won't have to reapply my foundation because I have the powder until I take it off tonight. It could be 11 o'clock by the time I take it off. And everything stays. I may put on lipstick one more time because even the lipstick stays on all day.
It does. If you eat, you have to touch it up.
And it's soft. What I like about it, as a male looking at females, it's the makeup is soft. It's softer. And it's funny because sometimes some people will sit on the set, the lights are brutal in here, and your whole, what I'm looking at is different. I can see the difference sometimes.
That's amazing.
And it is, and it's kind of scary. I think I've been doing this too long. What's going on?
When Freddy comments on your makeup, we've been doing this a long time.
But you can tell because the Turk has been on TV and everything else, and all of a sudden she's made your makeup blend into her, not it dictating her. She's blended. It looks good on her. There's a balance going on there. And I'm looking at you right now. My goodness gracious, there's a balance going on there. It's just ridiculous.
It really accentuates women's natural beauty and really brings out our natural look. And the beauty about it is that we don't feel like we're made up when we're wearing Crunchy because it's so lightweight, it's revolutionary, and we're not applying tons of toxic chemicals to our skin. So can feel good about that. That's one less thing we have to worry about on a daily basis, exposing ourselves to toxins, and can not have to sacrifice our health for our beauty anymore.
And now you've got the skincare, which is amazing, because even when you're
Yes.
thinking, Elisa, about virtual styling people, right? We do the outside, but you have to get your basics. It's like Stacy says to me, all right, your undergarments. I go, let's not talk about my undergarments. But facial creams are your undergarments of your makeup, right? You need that basic level first before you apply everything else. You need to kind of look good before you put the clothes on.
Yes, absolutely. You know what the amazing thing about this is? That the owners of Crunchy created this moisturizer to work with the makeup to make it look even better.
Wow.
Yes.
So is that like a foundation you put on first?
That's moisturizer, Freddie. That you can
The
use it.
foundation of your foundation, basically.
Foundation or
Do
foundation?
you use
just
moisturizer
I do. I have to. Diabetic skin gets very
for
dry.
your face?
Oh, here,
Everywhere.
try it.
Try it, Freddie. It'll go very well with the glitter. It'll look really, it's a nice
Not
shimmer.
for nothing, but thank you very much.
Here.
Go ahead, now you put it on your hand. Yeah,
You're going to take it off my hands?
No, you
this
take
product
you take
smells
that. and I'm
amazing
gonna-
too.
Oh my gosh. Smell that. That smells so good. It smells a little florally.
That is a sweet orange organic essential oil.
It smells
Smells
nice,
like
huh?
oranges.
That's what she,
Isn't it nice?
it smells like orange blossoms,
It's so uplifting.
like the trees.
Just a great way to start your day.
You know when your
applying
trees
that.
bloom, it smells like orange blossom? That's what this smells like. It's beautiful. And you said there's a new one coming out with an SPF, because in Florida, oh my gosh, everyone's yelling there has to be an SPF in your foundation, in your moisturizer, and everything.
So hold on, you put this on your face too?
It's for your face.
It's for your
called
face.
What are
daylight.
you putting it on your hands for?
Because I already have my
You know, I
crunchy
don't
on
know
my
why I
face.
listen to you anymore.
She doesn't want to waste her precious crunchy
Well, I'm not going to
foundation.
take my makeup off with the moisturizer. How's it feel on your nice shaved face?
That's what I'm putting it when I shave. You know, I have to shave every day, which is a real pain in the tuchus.
Oh, that will be really soothing for
What are
you.
you now converting to Yiddish now?
That's right, yeah.
That's what happens when you work with me for 2 years.
Oh
My husband has a really irritated neck because he's a boat captain. He's in the sun
Look at the
basically
farmer's
all
market.
day, and his neck has been irritated for about a year, and he hasn't really found anything that has helped soothe it until this daylight moisturizer has come out. So he loves it. He wears it every day.
I love the way
There's the
this smells.
daylight,
And
there's the
his-
nighttime that just came out, you told me as well.
Yes, the nightlight was just launched last week, and I'm waiting, stalking the mailman because it should be delivered to my house today. I cannot wait.
And the
to
great
try
thing
it.
about Crunchy, it gets delivered in like 2 days.
Here, yes.
In
we
Florida,
The
you can
warehouse
order it
is
and it
in
comes,
Florida.
and everything is wrapped in paper. There's nothing that's not biodegradable. It's easily packaged, and with the lipstick has no lead, and that's the most incredible thing, right? Think about
No
it.
lead head.
No, there you go. No,
No
lead
lead
head.
head. That's what we say, no lead head now.
Lisa, when you do the styling, the virtual stylist,
Yes.
I know you're not a virtual stylist, but
Right.
you have the stylist. They, you know, me, I want to say I'm easy to work with, but I'm not easy to work with. But I've
Who
got the
told you
makeup
that?
and the clothes. But someone who's really coming in and they want that whole total makeover.
Yes.
Do you do a whole total? Will you do makeup and refer them to everything?
We certainly can. I mean, some stylists have more experience with makeup than others, but a lot of them usually do have some experience. So we certainly can, if that's what they're looking for, we can certainly give guidance on that.
And Liz, it was so great because they sent me links. So they can send a link to the Crunchy moisturizer or a link to this beautiful lipstick that would look great with this great shirt. And they sent me the direct links. It's a no-brainer. All I have to do is click and
Hold on.
shop.
I have
Take
to
your
do
credit
this.
card.
I have to do it.
So you're going to dress up and then your makeup is going to match what you're dressed
Well,
in?
think about it. You get all these beautiful new clothes, and you've got a yucky haircut, or you wear no makeup.
Right.
You need
So
the
all
whole
of that
look.
goes in?
You need the whole look.
Well, it's about the look. And you know what's so funny? I just want to comment real quickly.
fantastic.
Thursday when I was here, I totally noticed your lipstick. And I said to myself, how is her lipstick staying on this whole show? I couldn't believe it.
It was either fierce or serendipity.
I
I'm not
cannot
sure.
believe it. So you're the reason for it. That's amazing. It's very impressive.
What color are you wearing?
I'm wearing Serendipity today.
See?
And you're wearing Fierce, right?
It looks so different. My serendipity looks orange
Yeah.
on me. More orange. Like I love
You
it. Like
ready
a
to
bright
sit in the
orange.
chair?
You're not liking the segment so much?
Well, you know what I mean. I can go do something else.
We're going to get you in the next,
No,
after
I'm
the
good.
commercial break.
I'm
Keep using your foundation.
smelling orange.
You smell like an orange blossom tree.
I had an orange tree outside of my house when I was growing up.
We have one. We don't have an orange tree. We just have the blossoms. That's what it smells like. It smells delicious.
It's delicious.
Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more with the virtual stylist, crunchy makeup, and some good news around the world. And we'll be right back. She just doesn't know it yet.
Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today. 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With VCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. VCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. VCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. VCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. VCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jeng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jeng.vcardinfo.com.
Hey, Dawn, do you know what CBD is?
What is CBD, Freddy?
CBD is a cannabidiol. My goodness gracious, I'm Puerto Rican and I can announce that. Cannabidiol, which is found in the hemp plant. CBD can help regulate your mood, improve your sleep, reduce inflammation, and you know what? And it even increases immunity.
Did you know that our internal systems are already made to receive the CBD? It's made of natural botanicals without any psychotropic effects. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea what that means.
It means you can get healthy without getting high.
That's right. Now, people come to the studio, we give them CBD, and what's the first thing they ask me? Can I drive home? I said, did you drive here? Yes? Well, then you're going to drive home. So if you want CBD and the experience to feeling better, reducing anxiety, what do you got to do?
Give him a call at 561-674-7446. It is the #1 legal and leading CBD company in the United States. Safe for all ages. Where do you visit, Freddie?
You visit livelovecbd.com.
livelovecbd.com. Tell them Dawn and Freddie sent you.
In this world of social media and cacophony of sound, how do you get noticed? How do you get heard? In a world of instant gratification, how do you find appreciation? It's time to be heard. Become a radiating magnet and allow the law of attraction to come fully into play. Being completely in the moment speaks louder than words and actions. It's time to become fully present. It's time to put Humpty Dumpty together again. Call or text 561-351-9134. Become your radiating self. Contact Clyde at 561-351-9134. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time. You need a new sound effect.
I know.
We are back at Makeup Makeover Monday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. Is it essentials time, Freddie?
It's essential. You know, essentially, you should take your essentials every day. Essentially.
It's like a makeover from the inside out.
This is like a makeover
True.
from the inside package. Now, this is not a condom, because people thought that I was unrolling a condom on the set. I'm just being honest. Come on, you heard the guy.
I did, but I didn't even know you knew what he was thinking about, because that never entered my mind.
Packages.
Would it enter your mind if you saw a package like that?
It did not enter.
No, it's a guy thing. Boy brain, as Yvonne Haas calls it. Truly boy brain, just saying. Take your essentials. Enjoy. Beauty from the inside out.
Beauty from the inside. All right.
We've got Elisa with us from The Virtual Stylist, and of course Liz Sant with Crunchy Makeup. Elisa, you were here last week, and we got so excited about our other product, we didn't even get to talk about what you do. How did you go from being a registered nurse to a health coach to virtual stylist?
All right. Well, basically, the story goes that a couple years ago, I was dating somebody, and I have two really close friends, Stephanie and Ashley, and they're both estheticians and very into makeup and fashion and everything like that. And of course, they wanted their girl to look the best as possible on the dates, and they started. Basically, I would send them texts of pictures of outfits. Should I wear this? Should I wear that? Then we would it progressed to doing FaceTime, where on a Friday night, I would be getting ready and they would be getting ready, and we would just be, basically they would just be helping me with my style. And what I noticed was I felt really confident when I was going on these dates, and I realized, what do I like more, actually going on the dates or getting ready for the dates? So, yeah.
I love it.
How you like that?
Yeah.
What's more exciting, getting ready and like thinking you're going on this amazing date, or actually going on the
All
date?
you guys that went on a date with her, don't hate the show.
But you know what's
you
so
know the
true,
truth.
though? It takes us so much time to get ready. It's all this
Right.
anticipation, right? For a
Right.
guy, it's not so much work, is it?
That's why a guy should never make a date. What you do is I'm gonna knock on your door between Monday through Friday at a certain time. When I show up, we go. That's it. That's how you
There's
do
so
the
much
date.
anxiety.
So basically, this went on for a long period of time, and I still, go to them
still
sometimes.
dating the guy?
No,
Okay.
the guy's gone. But guess what I was left with? This
A
great
business.
business idea.
Other guys. There you
The
go.
guy's gone, and now we got a business.
So actually, I went to them early last year and said, hey, this is my idea for a business. Do you want to be in on this? And they both loved the idea, but said they didn't want to put their energy towards it at this time. And I just took the idea and ran with it, and got a bunch of great celebrity and expert stylists, Stacy included, who we're going to bring on just a few minutes, I know, and who styled you, and basically just ran with the idea and really helping people feel confident and help them feel good about themselves, whether it's for going on dates like me, or being with their friends, or job interviews, or just every day, or weddings, any type of special event, prom.
She's actually the one who told me to wear pants more. So I wore pants because of my styling session. I don't have a whole lot of pants. So I thought, I don't even know how she realizes I don't, because I'm always sitting down. So I'm not even sure how she knows that I don't often wear pants. I didn't even ask her that question.
Nothing I'm not saying.
But everyone I talk to, and you think that having a personal shopper or a personal stylist is so like frou-frou, oh my gosh, it's so
It's so
elitist.
what?
Frou-frou elitist, like you can't. But it's so affordable.
Frou-frou.
Frou-frou.
And that's one of the things that I wanted to do with this business, was to make it affordable. And we have like 15-minute packages, 30, 45, 60, because that's the thing. I want to be able to help everybody in every budget. Even 15 minutes can help people. So whatever we can do to support people, I really did want to make it affordable. That was one of my goals.
Also, millennials that are finishing up college and going into the work field, right? It's really important that you put your best foot forward, makeup-wise, male or female, and you don't want to oversell. Right? It's a balance in there. So I think that this would be perfect.
Actually, we just had a client the other day that used us for professional looks. And just to clarify, with the links that Stacy sent you, we don't make commission on those. This is literally, we're sending you just direct links that anybody could get when they go to the website. So whatever people purchase, that's on them. We don't make commission on that.
And Liz, you were saying, right, who has time to go shopping?
I don't.
Right,
I used to, and then I had kids.
We used to have time, and the selection in the stores used to be better. And then things need tailoring. You spend 2 hours trying to find a dress, you find nothing. when you can do so much online shopping, but again, you could spend 10 hours. I filled a whole cart with an online store 3 weeks ago. I had like 15 things in there, and it was great. I never checked out, and you know what? My cart emptied out. So I was back to square the dilemmas of my life, Freddie. Look at your face.
What do you mean you didn't check out and it went to blank?
I kept adding stuff and adding stuff in it.
Yeah, so what? It stays in the cart.
It didn't. No.
I've had stuff in Amazon for months.
Well, not this shopping site. So it didn't. So I go back to look at it, and not only was my cart empty, the things I wanted were no longer on the site. So I was like, gosh, I got to start all over again. And then she showed me all these amazing local sites and websites.
Did you empty the cart?
I didn't even fill the cart yet. But I said, what about this skirt? She goes, yes. I said, what about this skirt? She says, no, it's really cute, but remember, you're in your 50s. So you should maximize your look, but still look age appropriate, which was great advice. It was.
I don't know nothing.
Well,
I know nothing about this stuff.
And Ellen, she's like sitting here, right, Yolanda, right? So you're professional and you're out on these, you're working and you're in different businesses. You want to look professional, but you want to look attractive.
Definitely.
And
depending on what I'm doing, so I'm in the IT field, so if I know I'm going to be getting down on the floor, I'm going to wear pants, and I'm going to wear pants that are professional. And if I'm going to get dirty, I'm going to wear jeans and with no holes. So.
Right, and then you want to have the lipstick or the look, because when you walk in, before you get on the floor, you're making a first impression or a second impression.
I got a question. Guys do this, some guys as well, but women wear the jeans with all the holes in them, you know, and that's a look, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is a look.
Yeah.
That's a look. So I've dealt with professional owners of businesses, big businesses, and I go to meetings and they have these things on. It sort of makes me a little uncomfortable because what the message I'm getting is, what is that? But is that a look? Is that?
I guess it's not my look, but it's got to be a look. It's nobody's look sitting on the set right today.
I mean, the ripped jeans is definitely a look, but it depends what you pair it with. It depends how you actually present it, because you could pair ripped jeans with a certain type of top and it will look differently than, it just depends.
Is it a message sender when your clothing, your look? Aren't you sending a message?
Everything, the way that you're presenting yourself, your hair, your clothing, your makeup. I mean, all this stuff. The way your skin looks. I mean, you are sending messages to people. The way you communicate. I mean, it really is. You're constantly sending messages.
The way you smell. You should smell good. You should take a shower every day.
And in Florida, it's a little more tricky because number one, it's always muggy down here because everything evaporates, including people. And the other thing is, it's always hot. You know, I mean, it's always hot. Even in the winter down here, it's hot. So your clothing have to be appropriate,
breathable,
right?
yes.
Has to be breathable.
Cotton, breathable.
Has to breathe. Yeah. All that stuff. And so there's a lot of things going on. It's not as simple as it sounds. You can have a bad day on an interview and not get the job because you're sending off the wrong message because it's too hot.
Yeah.
You should do a styling session. I know they do men. We'll talk to Stacy when she comes in.
Okay, let me tell you now for the third time. 3 times the charge.
I know. You're not going to buy it till you lose a little bit more weight.
Listen, Freddie.
I don't want to waste it.
There's no time. You're not going to waste it. You know what? It's 60 minutes. Why don't you do 30 minutes now and you'll do 30 minutes when you're ready?
Because it's the psychological benefit of
I was
losing
thinking
weight.
the same thing. I was thinking the psychological
But
why.
Dawn, you have to gain weight.
But wait, so I was thinking, all right, I know what I wear every day. I know what we do every day. I've got a closet full of great work clothes. What's she going to tell me, right? I'm like, why? But okay, because I wanted to know because you were coming on the set.
Right.
It was really amazing. You're going to find the same thing because they send you links. You don't have to go to this store or that store. You can just buy and look and see, and there's sale prices.
I get it, but the bottom line here is...
And she'll say, Freddie, maybe you should shave your whole head.
Are you afraid that if you purchase clothes you like, that you won't reach your goal? Because you could
No, because if I purchase clothes that I like and then I lose another 11 pounds, which is what I got to lose on this program, they're not going to fit.
So buy a size smaller.
There you go.
Then you'll have a
gold clothes. You know, you're really good at hashtagging
you
things.
You could buy transition clothes while you're transitioning to a different size.
We've got dirty
but
water,
it's up to
coffee,
you.
and
It's your
gold
decision.
Listen, the bottom line here is that I've lost a lot of weight, but I've done it with a certain formula.
But you haven't changed your clothes.
I don't care about
a lot of time.
I don't even care about the weight. You know, I did this for sugar. My sugar's down to 114 from 289. You know, I went from a hospital bed to being on the show, right?
Yes.
And that's the trick. And I have this, when I used to play baseball, if I went on a hitting streak, I didn't change my socks.
Got it. So you got that in your brain. So whenever you're ready, we're here for you.
There you go. They ain't going away.
They're not going away.
Now, the other side to this experience, you had a good experience?
It was so much fun.
Which is, I'm going to tell you, hearing this from you, it's very uncommon.
I know.
Very uncommon, ladies
Right,
and
because
gentlemen.
I'm the biggest, and I was honest, I went into this being very skeptical. Like, I have my makeup, I have my clothes, I do my hair. It's not looking so good today, but like the nails, it's a lot of maintenance to do what we do every day, me and the Turk. A lot of maintenance.
And you do that thing with the hand, you know what?
The
Thank you very
nails,
much
the
for playing.
feet.
Gotta move on.
It's a lot of maintenance, but to actually find something new that can enhance what you're doing every day is amazing. And you can do it from home, and she makes it so easy. I don't even have to go through all these sites. Everything was right there for me.
Well, it's amazing because I do a lot of shows, and Dawn has production at night, and a lot of the hosts are women. Not all of them. David DePino's a man, but there are a lot of women that come on there, and I really wish sometimes that the colors, because we do television as well as radio, and you have to be, the host should look appropriate. Not saying you're not, but I think you guys can help them combine with this whole thing.
Well, I think the
and
two
put
of
'em
you
on the
together,
air.
right? Between
Yeah,
the
for
makeup and the
sure.
look, it's a whole look. It's a whole makeover show, which is why I love being able to put all of these pieces together today.
And we're both nurses.
Oh, I like
I
that.
didn't like that.
Now you should feel extra safe too.
Extra
The
safe.
nurses on.
You feel safe?
Stylish
Somebody help me.
nurses.
Yeah, I feel safe. What's your money? There it goes.
But just think, we've
That was
got
easy on
two
me.
nurses in the house, and they both changed careers
That's
to do
crazy. I'm still doing health and wellness though as
Are you?
well, but this is yeah.
this. And Liz, you
Then
still
you
do. You
think-
work with a functional medicine doctor,
I do a couple mornings a week.
and all of this makeup is healthy, safe makeup.
It really is a lot more than makeup, Crunchy. There's a huge health mission behind the makeup, and this is really our platform to educate women about toxins that are not regulated in our country, that are in our personal care, and how avoiding toxins can help your health. So we have some educational presentations we do, and so that's another side of healthcare that I'm still involved with.
Which is a really
Right.
good point, because it is not just makeup. It is educating of the differences of country makeup versus other makeups, of what's even in our products, in all our cosmetics, in our skincare, in our hair care, in our hair color. Remember, we had, that's what the other person I want to introduce you to, we had that Eco Green Salon, the
That
Green
was
Circle
unbelievable.
Salon. And everything is repurposed, including your hair, the foils, everything that is used in the salon gets repurposed.
Amazing.
Which I
It is
want to
amazing.
introduce you. She's been away. I think she just came back this week, which is, the hair color is organic. It's called Davines hair color. The conditioner, everything is healthy. But imagine taking the hair. I think they take it and it goes back into a net in the ocean to save the wildlife and to pick up the plastics and the garbage.
I have to meet her.
I know.
You would have been on the set that day, but you were away on
You were
vacation,
away.
but it was an unbelievable. We hooked her up with a doctor, Dr. Singh,
Right? Dr. Singh, exactly.
and they went at it like we said, ladies, you know, we have to do a show. They just were talking to one another, and it just went in a whole different direction.
And imagine even repurposing your hair foils from your highlights.
That's
Because we're going
amazing.
women and men, they're going to do what you're going to do. I know you want to get some foils too, Freddie. But if you can take it and
Cooking
not
a
damage
burger?
the environment, right, and help
For
the
sure.
environment and not damage your skin or your health, a toxin-free way, it's just so much better.
Now I know that the conversation's gotten serious because Syracuse is in the. She came out of the room and she's sitting there.
She's liking this. Oh, you like makeup? See?
What kind of makeup do you use?
Not that.
Now, I know not that, but what kind do you use?
Like Walgreens, because I'm cheap.
Because it's, but you know what? You'll take a look at this makeup, because even though it's more expensive than some of the drugstores, it lasts. That foundation, I think it's not good for you because I don't have to get a new one yet. But normally, it's a consumable. My makeup is like on Amazon rebuy program because I use that as much as anything else in my house.
What?
Rebuy. It's like auto renew.
Rebuy.
Auto renew.
Oh.
It's auto renew. Mascara, eyeliner. I mean, right?
Do you
I
ever
have
look
not
at?
had to renew my foundation.
But hold on. Do you ever look at what you buy?
Always.
Do you analyze what you buy?
I never did on my makeup and cosmetics. That's why, shame on me as a health coach for not looking. I never realized.
Why?
Because you don't even get ingredients. For example, yesterday I went to Whole Foods. Even if it's in Whole Foods doesn't mean you should be eating it.
That's right.
So I looked at cottage cheese. It's low fat. There's guar gums and xanthan gums and this filler and that filler.
What's a gum?
Do you want to be eating that in your
No,
cottage cheese?
I was told to not to do dairy anymore.
So I looked through all of them to find the one that had anything I could pronounce. So it was skim milk and cheese, but everything is listed on your foods.
You have to be able to pronounce it to eat it?
In my life, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Really?
on cosmetics
Yes.
and skincare, there are
Put
no
it on your
ingredients on your makeup. right? If you look at your, not your foundation, but foundations in general, there's no ingredients.
Sometimes it's very difficult to get ingredients.
You
There's
had
one
told me
company
that.
in particular that we had to call several times, and finally they were able to give us their ingredients on a couple of products. But ours are all on the website under each product, and in fact we have a blacklist of ingredients that we avoid, that everyone should avoid, and it's becoming more educational. They're adding more to the website, but if you click on each blacklist ingredient, it will tell you why you should avoid that.
Amazing.
So it's a great resource.
All right, Stacy, hold on the line. The website for Crunchy is
crunchy.com. So it's crunchy with an I.com / my name, which is Liz Sant, LIZSANDT.
But stay tuned. We've got Stacy, my virtual stylist, on the line. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Stacy, hang on in 2 minutes, and we'll be right back.
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithanI.com / Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening, to higher-level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283.
Discover how you can unleash your body's natural regenerative power with Liquid BioCell. A scientifically proven, holistic anti-aging supplement, Liquid BioCell redefines the way we age and how we perform. Formulated with an exclusive collagen and hyaluronic acid combination, Liquid BioCell supports joints, muscle fitness, and restores youthful skin from within. Contact Renata at 561-306-7176 or visit 4health4beautyonline.com. Anti-aging from the inside out. Call today, 561-306-7176.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddy S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time. And we are back on a makeup makeover Monday. Motivational Monday. Thanks, Gio, for catching that slide.
That was
Give us a call, 888-565-1470. We're talking makeup. We're talking makeovers. And we've got Syracuse over there who's got the Antisocial Social Club going. So right into the Brooklyn Cafe. She will be answering you on social media. We have Stacy, my virtual stylist, on the line. And I think we have her on VMix too. Carrie? How you doing, Stacy?
Hi. Hi, how are you?
And there she is.
Good afternoon, guys.
Hi.
This is the lady who helped you
This is the lady
yesterday?
that helped me yesterday, and it was just like this platform. I got to see her. We were talking, and she was able to send me the links. I had my computer going and my phone going. Tell us how this tell us about the session we did yesterday.
I mean, I absolutely loved it, and I felt so happy for you that you listened to me, and I listened to you. We both had communicated amazingly, and I feel like you just opened up to everything that I told you to do.
I even had pants on.
I feel like, can you hear me?
Yes.
And I feel like you really learned like basic things. I feel like you learned about tailoring, which you didn't know about. I feel like, you know, we're going to explore different options of clothing for you, which you really haven't done yet. So I feel like it was a good learning platform for you.
It was fantastic, and I was saying I even have pants on, and I never wear. We talked about this. I don't have pants, and last winter it was very cold here.
Can you stand up? Can you stand up?
Yeah. You want to see my pants? You'll be so proud of my pants. Because look, they're even high-waisted.
See? Oh, I'm happy. See, that makes me like realize like so many people just need a little bit of tweaking.
See, they're even high-waisted. They're great. I just don't have a lot. They're high-waisted because we're high-waisted pants.
See?
But it was fantastic.
You didn't even know from pants since yesterday.
I know. So now I get to go shopping, and I was saying how some of the items you told me were like $19.99, and some are $1,999. So depending on if we're going to a cocktail party, if we've got a gig we're doing, or I'm here, I can have a little pants skirt on.
I haven't.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we do is we always ask, you know, what are people's budgets, things like that. So we work within people's budgets, whatever it is that they need, you know, we can certainly accommodate with clothing.
So if I go on the website, and you found Stacy for me because it was Sunday at 3 o'clock, so thank you for even doing that so late. How do people even know what stylist? Because you said pick a stylist. How would you know?
Right, so you go on our website and then go under the link, go to schedule and then your stylist. And you'll see we've got 8 stylists right now, expert and celebrity stylists, great experience, great background, just like with Stacy. And you can learn all about them, you know, their professional careers and any degrees or anything they have. And
where is Stacy located?
Where are you, Stacy?
Where are you located?
I'm in the city, New York City.
She's in Manhattan.
Right in the heart of
How
Manhattan.
cool is that?
She's from New York, of course.
Of course
she's
she
from
is.
New York, just for you.
Unbelievable.
We gotta bring some New York to Florida. You Floridians have to have some like edgy New York
Who's she talking to?
streetwear.
So you told me I need like a little motorcycle jacket, a white tank top. Wait till you see me one day.
Now let me ask you a question. Does that style work does it work in Florida?
Ask Stacy.
Stacy, does it work in Florida to have that New York look?
100%. Me and Dawn worked from the basics that I found out that she didn't even own, as far as like a white tank top, to a little motorcycle jacket, to like we discussed pants, to even keeping her style, but just making like the inner Dawn come out of it.
The inner Dawn.
The inner Dawn, that's it.
Inner Dawn. And also, I want everybody to know that stylist doesn't mean that you have to spend a lot of money. And I proved this to Dawn that I said, go into your closet, find a great tailor, that could be your best friend, and just redo the things that you would never wear again. You know, cut off the sleeve, make the hem a little bit shorter, little tweaks like that, you know, do a little tuck, maybe take it out a little bit because our bodies change every few years. It could make and break your whole wardrobe, and that doesn't cost a lot of money. And also, I showed her, like, we could shop at H&M. You could look like $1 million and spend $1. It's really not about the money.
Right, you showed me H&M, a t-shirt, you showed me Zara, like $19.99, and then you showed me that other site. That other one, I can't give that other one away because I want people to talk to you guys to get that other site, because that other site is, like, amazing. But even the department stores have sites. See, I gotta have them call you for something. I can't give away all your secrets.
I want the site.
And listen, Stacy, let me tell you another thing. There are more New Yorkers in Florida. Well, everybody here.
New Yorkers in Florida.
I'm from the Bronx.
New Yorkers. I hear the Brooklyn.
No, I'm from the Bronx. Me and
New
Brooklyn,
Yorkers
we
in
have.
Florida.
But there are more New Yorkers in Florida. I wish you would send the dress code from up there down here, because down here.
Okay, so that's what we're here for. It's virtual. It's all done online. I could send you all the links. You could tell me yes or no, and in a minute, I could style you completely different and up your game. That's what I'm here for.
It's really fun.
I mean, it's
Up
so
your
easy to
game.
do.
She can up your game.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just to clarify, we work with what you have in your closet, but then we also work with new things. So it's up to you. I mean, you could say, look, I have all these clothes. I don't really know how to pair them together. Stacy can help with that, right? Or, hey, I have these great pants, but I need a good top for this type of event. So it really just depends what people need. And yeah, I mean, this is a great way to be able to access truly, you know, people from LA. We have people from LA, we have people from New York, people from Atlanta, from all over, that we can help anybody, you know, in any area bring the fashion sense of that area. But Stacy not only knows what goes on in New York, but she knows what goes on in LA and other areas too. So it just depends what people are looking for. And when you first meet her, as you did yesterday, I'm sure during the dialogue she got a feel, you know, you shared what you're looking for, and she got a feel. And
we were talking, her son just graduated law school and passed the bar in New York. My son just finished his first year. See, it's amazing how you can just bond. Women just bond. We bond over clothes. And makeup. You have to try this crunchy line of makeup. It's amazing. It's safe, no lead, no toxins. So
yeah,
what?
I mean, it's all intertwined. The makeup, your whole look. Remember, we even discussed jewelry. I said you could wear things a little bit differently.
Oh, look,
that
see?
You open to that.
Is that why you put that on?
Right?
Yeah, she said all my pieces. I can wear them all together. Then she set up my arm, but that'll make very clanking noises, and Joe would not be happy with me if I clank my arm around.
No, you can't make all that noise.
But I'm
But
quiet
Dawn
here.
DeMarco becomes another player in this whole spectrum
Sparkle of
stuff.
Life.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Sparkle of Life, an amazing jewelry line.
I'm impressed.
Welcome to my
I
world.
want you to know that we can incorporate your closet also, which is really important because people don't want to buy a whole new wardrobe every season, and you don't need to. That's not what we're here for.
And she told me I don't need new shoes. Wait, Stacey, you have to see my shoes to go with my pants. I took your advice, and she said a really cute pair of high heels.
She got the mushroom shoes on.
See?
She got the,
right?
those
So
are
I
the
was like,
mushroom shoes.
If that's your flair, and you should feel, I said there's nothing better in life than feeling sexy and young and really walking out of the house in your most perfect outfit. There's no reason today why you shouldn't. Money, everything should not be in play. You can make yourself look beautiful for any amount of money, high and low. I'm big with that. I don't feel like you should walk out coming like you just walked out of a magazine. It should be your personality and your budget. You shouldn't overspend on anything anymore. You don't have to.
See, she's
We
great.
went online, remember, and I said, go to H&M and get a beautiful white button-down shirt. It's a basic. You don't have to spend a lot of money on that.
It's so great. Elisa, I want to give the website up before we run out of time. Elisa, how can people find the virtual stylist? What do they do?
Yep, so the website is www.thevirtualstylists with an S at the end.com. Oh, it's right on the screen. Thank you. And yeah, just go on the website again, www.thevirtualstylists.com, and basically just go to schedule, pick out your stylist, and schedule. We do have same-day appointments when they're available, and I believe we still have a couple slots available today. And yeah, we're super happy to support you. Feel your best, and look your best, and be your best.
Liz, what do you think?
I love it. I can't wait to do.
We're going to get you a session. We're going to get you a session.
So because when you sign up, you put on what you would want. So would you be looking for work clothes, Liz, or going out?
All of the above. Because now that I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not a nurse working in a hospital wearing scrubs every day. I need to present myself in a professional manner and also with some style because of what I'm doing now. So.
Right, and as great as the LBD is, it doesn't mean we have to do it all the time. Little black dress.
Thank you. You know, it's interesting because you're on the air.
The that she said that she's in the work field is that you could go from work 100% into night. You know, maybe just tweak the outfit a little bit, put on your makeup a little bit more, style your hair a little bit differently, and you can pretty much wear the same outfit just with a little bit of tweaking. You know, like we discussed with a little motorcycle jacket, you know, maybe open the button a little bit more. So, you know, if you're going out
Open
with
my buttons a little bit more.
Right, you bring a pair of great shoes instead. So that's what I'm here for, is to help you in the work and at night and incorporate both. So you feel good during the day, which is appropriate, and night.
That's incredible. Freddie, what were you saying?
Well, the bottom line is you're on the air 5 days a week. 2 hours a day. You got cameras rolling. You got interviews. You got people around you. There's a whole lot going on around you. There are some people that have asked why you don't change clothes between sets. Because we really don't have the time. That's really what it comes down to. But it's not easy because people begin to analyze your persona and who you are over time.
Yes.
Right.
And all of a sudden the game once again changes. So sometimes we'll go on a shoot, you should wear something. I mean,
well, that's why I'm so glad
stuff.
you said that, because I was thinking about that yesterday when I was working with Stacy, that she said change it up a little bit. So my style has changed from when I first started working with you to now, and it's time to sort of get out of my comfort zone a little bit more and change it again.
Yeah, but you're bigger.
But
now.
always be me.
But you're always bigger now because now we're doing commercials, we're doing this, we're doing that. It's all over the place.
I'm bigger. I'm almost 5'1". I'm growing.
Yeah, but the problem, the cameras are always rolling. When cameras roll, you sort of got to roll with them. So you had to have a change of wardrobe or what have you, you know?
So thank you, Stacy, so much for your help.
Thank
it was
you.
amazing.
The cameras are always rolling. They are. If you're single, you never know where Mr. Right is around
There
the
you
corner.
go.
Always look your best.
Liz, where can people find you?
My website is crunchy.com, so it's crunchy with an I, crunchi.com/Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. I also have a Facebook group, Living Clean Beautifully, where I share all kinds of information about health and wellness along with Crunchy.
I love that. I was looking at it around the 4th of July. You had some great tips.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, ladies. Wow.
Thank you.
Makeup Makeover Monday.
And I lived through it. We didn't even get to...
We didn't get to Ellen. We'll have to bring her back.
Ellen, you're going to have to come back.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Be kind to each other.
And don't be late, will you?
Bye-bye.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Health and Vitamin Concepts can help balance you through an innovative, non-invasive biomeridian assessment that measures the energetic properties of your body and naturally corrects the imbalances. Offering a complete thyroid, hormone, and nutritional profile, Health and Vitamin Concepts identifies the specific vitamins and herbs in the exact amount your body needs. Call for more information, 561-392-8448, or visit online at healthandvitaminconcepts.com. If you're ready to have more energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being, make an appointment today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracasa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited